Whether you guys know it or not, I do take the time to actually read every single comment. I appreciate all the engagement and all the time you guys spend watching the video. And I actually stumbled across a couple comments that made for a good discussion about where Cardano is at now compared to last market cycle. And I want to show you guys a few things, want to discuss a few other things going on here for ADA as well. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below, hit that subscribe button, that bell, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. You know, whether you've been happy or disappointed with ADA price performance in this market cycle alone, understand that we are building towards some pretty big things, not just within Cardano, but within crypto in general. We're very much accelerating towards mass adoption. We're very much accelerating towards government integration in terms of blockchain tech, in terms of institutional and enterprise use. I mean, these things are not ifs, they're whens. They are coming right now. We're seeing all these signs of this, right? And what I will say is that we continue to see these good fundamentals in terms of Cardano, in terms of ADA. In fact, you know, this week, despite as crap as it has been, understand that we have still had $35.8 million worth of ADA actually removed from exchanges, which is a great sign. It's showing you that we still have major conviction. Yes, there are some people kind of waffling and wavering in their conviction. That's okay. You always get people like that during these market cycles. And just kind of give you guys a heads up, I did actually start doing the math on how much ADA has actually been removed from exchanges during this time. And I'm going to have that video out in the next day or two here. So just stay tuned for that. But what I more so specifically wanted to talk about is how things have changed from last market cycle. I stumbled across a couple of these comments, and this isn't to call these people out, but I just thought these were worth actually discussing. So this is from Benaldi 6344. He said, Cardano already topped this cycle. You know, they said the exact same thing in March of 2024. So I'm not going to really pay much note to that. The network is at the exact same point it was in 2021. No, not even close. In 2021, we didn't even have the smart contract launch until we had our peak, right? We didn't have this type of building and projects within the Cardano ecosystem. We didn't have actual use of the Cardano blockchain by governments and enterprises around the world. Although it may be smaller scale right now, it's still taking place. We didn't have stables. We weren't fully decentralized. So no, we are completely different than we were in 2021. Then he said the Hoskinson in the Trump administration narrative is dead. Yeah, it's been dead for a while. That hasn't really been a thing, right? It hasn't been a thing since like November. Still no demo or documentation for the BTC integration. That's complete BS. We've actually seen BTC moved to the Cardano blockchain and back. We had the Bitcoin OS unveiling and demo actually at Bitcoin 2025 in Vegas, right? No stable. That's a lie. There's multiple stables within the Cardano ecosystem. Many of them have actually just had massive liquidity injections. And now obviously there's these proposals about a potential, $100 million liquidity injection into stables within the Cardano ecosystem. No DeFi. Yeah, again, flat out lie. We're actually at the point of even seeing potential listings for Cardano native assets on some of these tier one blockchains. We've already seen that for Snek, right? No more narrative. Yeah, that's a lie. We have, again, Ouroboros Laos. We have the Midnight Network, right? There's a lot of things right now that are very exciting. It's not like Cardano has just been flat in terms of development and we're not taking these steps forward. I would argue that right now, Cardano has one of the largest and loudest narratives going on in the entire crypto space. Sure, you could argue BTC with institutional players and government adoption and things like that, right? But we talk about the actual utilization of blockchain tech. Cardano right now is accelerating so fast towards this that I don't understand these comments. I feel like some people they're just so unaware of what's actually going on with Cardano. I mean, maybe I've contributed to that because we talk so much about price, but we've talked about these things for years now. I've made over 5,000 videos. I'm sure that over 2,000 of those have been in reference to the Cardano ecosystem. And many of those, especially when the price was such garbage, we talked about the development. We talked about the fundamentals. And apparently people just have such extreme recency bias that they just forget that these things are going on. Now that brought me to this other comment as well. And again, this isn't to dog on any of these people or anything like that. But this is from IFY Russell. He said, guys, know that $3 ADA was the Cardano Africa project speculative hype priced in. That was the excitement that pushed ADA to the top 3 behind BTC and ETH. I really don't see ADA hitting an all-time high. You can literally see right now when comparing ADA with the other top coins. You guys in luck can laugh at me and mock me however you want, or whatever, right? And here's the thing. I'm not laughing at any of these comments. All right. These are just to obviously spark discussions. And the thing is with Cardano Africa, that didn't actually create our pump, right? Cardano Africa was actually announced in early 2021. This was actually April of 2021. And I don't know why I clicked on that. In April of 2021. And during that time, it didn't, why isn't this loading now? This did not do anything to price. We got a little spike at like the very end of April, but kind of returned back to the mean very quickly. What caused us to go on this significant run in the later part of the year is one, altcoins started running and doing incredibly well. But two, we also knew that the launch of smart contracts was actually coming to the Cardano ecosystem, and it caused this massive run up, but it's also the same reason we got our early top compared to everything else. And we came back down. We actually started to recover. We started to get our balance, but that was right when everything peaked. So it frankly didn't matter. So I will say right now, yes, it sucks that we've had a lot of these launches and developments that have happened within the Cardano ecosystem during this time that seemed to have done nothing with price, because we just seem to keep having poor timing and bad luck. And guys, I get it. I would love to have these launches take place right with a major boom in the market to send ADA sky high and make it be like this major catalyst, but it obviously hasn't done that. Well, my name's Luckside. Maybe I just need to sprinkle a little bit of luck on the Cardano ecosystem, right? I've been very lucky throughout all my life, and I feel like the luck and the tides are going to be turning for Cardano very soon. The space is getting louder. The Cardano narrative has been changing. It's like I've even shown in some of the other charts. When we look at, the ADA BTC chart, the ADA dominance chart, they're showing distinct differences even from 2024, right? We're in a very different spot now. We're in a very different optics part of the Cardano life cycle. It's not like 2021 where there wasn't a whole lot going on, where there wasn't really much that you could hold. I don't know if this is the right term or the right phrase that you could hold a candle to. I don't know if that's it. But anyways, I'm losing my train of thought. But right now, Cardano is in a very different state than it was. It's a mature blockchain. It's decentralized. Are there things that could be done better? Absolutely. I think the introduction of one of these major stables would be a very big deal. I could take USDT, USDC all day, right? I could see us using more money from the Cardano treasury for marketing. And maybe we get to that point. But the point I wanted to make here is people seem to forget what was going on last market cycle and what is actually going on now. I will take what is going on now any day of the week, because this is the stuff that can actually lead towards significant price movements. This is the stuff that can bring ADA from basically the 10th largest asset in crypto, the 8th again, because I don't count stablecoins, to the top 5. It's something that can cause it to push XRP, can push Ethereum, right? And again, I'm not saying today, I'm not saying tomorrow, but when we actually see the market boom, this is a big reason why I think ADA has huge potential, and the Cardano adoption, especially DeFi, is going to surge like we've discussed. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.